Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I am the Armchair Grump, your gracious host, and I have some Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima? Sorry. I like saying Ghost of Tsushima. For some reason, I can't say it right the first time, but at the same time, I like saying it. Ghost of Tsushima. And I've been playing for already about 11. I say I've been streaming for about 11 hours today. So we streamed some Battlefield 1, which is quite fun, and then we went and played some Overwatch 2, and now we're playing this. But I can already feel it in my head, a little bit in my right temple. Since I've been playing, I've got some eye strain going on, so I'm probably gonna play. I don't know. Not quite sure how long I'll be playing. Probably a lot shorter. Played, I think, about 5 hours on Battlefield, and it was just 6 hours on Overwatch. So I'm probably gonna keep it down to about 2 hours on this. That way, hopefully, I won't get a headache tomorrow. Just have eye strain. When I say the eye strain tends to give me a headache. If I just keep pushing it, it'll get I can feel it in my right temple, especially the bright lights. I'll get a migraine. So obviously, if I take I'm gonna go to bed after I play this. I've been up for about 16 hours after playing this. So now what did we have been freeing the farms. That's what we were working on last time. Now, I kind of want to continue doing that, but at the same time, I think I want to do some story stuff. I'd rather not, be super intensive. I mean, it's going to be intensive anyways, but I don't want to have to, Yeah, I'd rather just do story stuff at the moment. I'm going to enjoy that. I want to just hear some cool story things. So we're going to head off that way. And then this is Fort Ito. Lighthouse, Fort Ito. So this is where we'll just go ahead and fast travel over here. We upgraded our sword, so I think we might have 2 more upgrades. Let's see here real quick. 1 more. Last. We have 1 more on the bow, I think. Yes. Last one on the long bow. What do we need for it? 3 more waxwood, and the bamboo is going to be fine. Easy to get. The reason I don't have the bamboo is just because I've sold some of it for supplies. Which I really don't need that many of, but hopefully there'll be stuff I need to get up soon enough. You know, I kind of want to just... Where's my family? Excuse me. What is this? Tale of Yuna. My... of Yarikawa. There's supposed to be a quest. Supposed to be one with my DLC. Go here, Flesh and Stone. Oh, this one. I kind of want to do that one, but We'll head that way. Are these Japanese huts? Are these houses, or are these like storing granary? These are houses. Interesting. I've never seen such a house for Japanese people. I heard they did a lot of research and stuff and going to the to these to the place and stuff. So I assume these some have some historical accuracy. Lady, your whole floor is dirt. What do you you know? But it's covered in moss, it looks like. Either some sort of moss or grass. Interesting. Definitely different. Definitely compared to the other Japanese buildings, even like the peasants' buildings. You know, this game can, if you're, you know, like if you're not just rushing to the fights and stuff, this game can be relatively peaceful at times. You know, if they do another one where it's more set during a peaceful time, you know, and it just, oops, I don't know why I'm going this way. It's probably somewhere to climb. Set during, like I said, the very early Meiji period, or the Shogun period, during the period of the Shogunate, and I think he wants me to go up. Yeah, there we go. Question is, where is the first attachment? You know, they could do a very, you know, it wouldn't have to have a big war going on around it. You know, you could have, you know, wandering samurai, bandits, gangsters, a lot of different guys being the bad guys, I guess you could say. You know, you could have a rival clan, if it's during the Warring States period, be the enemies. Or have it start small and kind of grow into something bigger as the game goes on. You know, it doesn't have to start off with the entire war. Oh, so it has a climbing spot on the other side though. That one's red. Dueling festival. Foes will drink and feast on chaos and blood. These really designs that they had back then? Not. Oh, I thought it was pure red. I was so excited for a second. I'm not a huge fan. It looks like it was made out of wood. Like it was a wood one that was polished and then had like a tapered design going down it. I would prefer just the polished wood, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but there's a dragonfly on the handle again, though. gonna say, I thought there was another one. Just flying away. Just flying away. See, there's a thing there at the top. A question mark up there. There's definitely something up there for me to get, though, I swear. Do you think maybe it's a quest? It's probably a quest for later. Either a mythical quest or a story quest. There's a... I see a crack in there. It's definitely an inside. You know, it's just not empty. Looks like there's no other way to get in. So, and there's all those things around. See? I see you. See you there. I see you in the chat. I wouldn't mind like being kind of like Geralt, being like a Ronin, solving people's problems, helping them, dealing with traveling gangsters and oh, is that water? Is that a pond? Not a pond. Horse just didn't want to get off. He didn't want to leave the pathway. Ooh, that was bright. That's how kind of sensitive my eyes are. You know, being like a Geralt, helping people, dealing with wild animals and bad Ronin, like bad samurai and a bunch of stuff. Like I said, maybe like, you know, like bad, like evil magistrates. Like I could be the Ronin that helps the people, kind of like a Robin Hood style thing. Not like stealing from the rich, but you know, like, you know, helping the people, and then, you know, maybe like my father has been was killed. You know, my father was killed. See, I didn't go off. Are these the straw hats? Ah, okay. Well, this really sucks. Okay, I blocked that. Yes, I know, thank you. Why am I not in storage stance? Shut up! I don't need your help. Damn it, they have a lot of... I didn't mean to do that. Well, we are starting off not so well. It's probably because I'm tired. Why are you crouching? Stop it. Well, it sucks. I really do not want to have to fight the Straw Hats. Dude, we could have been allies. Why do you do this to me? What was that sound? A bear? There's a bear. Yeah, I don't need to sell any of my resources now that I know predator hides are worth 10 supply a piece. So this, I like this environment. It's kind of swampy-ish. It's not really swamps, you know. It's, I guess, marshland is probably the best way to put it. There's lots of flowers here. That's good. I just kind of want to take a peaceful ride. No fighting. No war. Just rest and relaxation. Oh, since we're doing this, we should probably have our dang, there's flowers everywhere here. Probably so that you can unlock, there's the white dye collector and other stuff. Gobandas? Oba? Oh, crap. Mythical story. Do we want to do the mythical story yet? We got everybody there. Yes, I see him. The hell was that? Why did my horse, like, sound like someone killed him? Six locations updated? What the hell? There's a 6 locations updated. Is it referring to these ones? That one always confused me. So, like, there's a story going on between the farm, like, why does it say that? It's like I have to do the farmsteads in order, and if I do any other story thing, I guess, without finishing it, it's just weird the way it does it. Like an Assassin's Creed wouldn't. So, like, any other game that would be open world like that, like, if you went from one quest to another quest, it wouldn't stop you and be like, oh, you're about to do a different quest. Is that okay? Your previous quest will be saved. Yeah, I kind of figured that, you know? Like, are you telling me, like, is it trying to tell me, like, I'm gonna fail? Like, is there something bad gonna happen if I go on to another quest and not just finish the farm quests? Is that what's gonna happen? That's what I'm confused by. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh no, that's on my horse. What's going on? Why is... the fuck? Okay.
その自分対馬の御作なる百姓物の符の亡霊の呼びたるを聞いていずれば屍の見事なる甲冑を作るを見いで麗しきに惹かれて鎧をかすめぬ。いややあって賊は御作の村に至れり戦わずばある限りを奪い取られんと悟りて御作は鎧を身につく。賊の打ちかかりてきたるに御作恐れて手が震え死なんと思う時賊の剣を鎧がはじき御作はたじろぐこともなし。惑いたる賊は後ずさりよるめきなどすれば御作は不可思議にも意図静かなる心地して御作の言うを哀れみし物の符の亡霊の月仕事刃を振れば手早なりあらゆる賊を切り捨てる。その後は賊を見る者なし。後の年御作死して村の家々鎧をば秘蔵して錠をかけそれぞれが鍵一つを持ちて守る。今再び対馬に害をなす者あり百姓の曰く
Oh, this is the one I...
の霊丘の神にて立ってあり新たなる勇者のまた田畑を守らんとするを弔うと。
This is the one I'm already getting keys for, right? So I was already getting keys for this one.
鎧は隠されたままか。
ですが猛虎が動いております。里を襲っては鍵を求めているとか。
どの集落に鍵があるのだ。
青い飯島久田小清水お浜八幡です。鍵さえあれば赤島の丘の上で鎧を得られると言います。
猛虎に渡すわけにはいかぬな。
その通りでございます。
I already have two, so it's 1, 2. Alright, so one of them is over there. Okay, so I do have two of them already. This is exactly what I didn't want to do right now. Like, I just don't want to go and doing a whole bunch of fighting and clearing out areas. Kind of want a little bit of story, which I mean, don't worry. Like, trust me, it'll have fighting. It's true, but dude, these villagers are so cool. Do they really make their places like this? Oh, this is where Norio. This is the monk place. Oh, Jesus. Maybe we'll just do, since this is where Norio is, let's second, I gotta put my charger, put my phone on the charger. Jeez, horse. Kill me. Alright, where's that charger at? Where is the charger? There it is. There you are. There you are. Okay. Oh my goodness, it is really dark. Healing lessons. We have entered the latter day of the law. Where the Mongols came, the people committed the gravest offenses with less concern than scratching an itch. Committed the gravest less concern than scratching an itch. But it has only become worse. Our mudras and mantras are useless. Our healing arts no longer cure illness. If anything, they are made worse by our menstruations. The monks have been taken. What is the point of prayer when we are doomed? Seems like a really old temple. Most of it's gone. Look at all these lilies. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Spies. There's another one here. Going the right way?
Sakai-sama! ノリオ、他の僧はどこだ?
美しい弓をお持ちでいらっしゃいますね。弓を強くいたしましょうか。
Says it's relatively close.
またいつでもお越しください。
Healers of Akashima. Monks of Cedar Temple asked me to carve wood blocks to distribute to teach people their healing lessons. I must not fail. Where burns, apply egg white. Deep wounds of the blade clean with vinegar. Poultice of Hijiki and wrap with clean cloth. Use the bludgeoning, keep the injured area still. Wash with cool water. Acupuncture on the opposite side of the body for pain. They had reached us in time to save Father, but if I cannot save him, perhaps I can help save many others.
Muraの薬師を訓練するため杉寺から来てくれたのですが、猛虎にさらわれたのです。
村は無事なのか?
方針が猛虎に従ったおかげで。
抗う者は殺し、従う者に褒美を。奴らのやり口だ。
手向かえばよかったものを。
村のためを思ったのだろ
いずれ猛虎は戻る。ただ時を延ばしたに過ぎません。
そのために我らがおるのだ。どこへ行ったかわかるか。
茶畑の向こうへ行きました。
足跡をたどるぞ。
I just love that huge conch
治療が
cell.
できるのならば生かしておくはずだ。
There's another thing.
通じぬ獣ですよ。
Just a second, buddy. I think there's something in this house. I want to grab it real quick. To Omiji in Akashima village. I love if you find this, it means we have left. I'm sorry we waited as long as we could, but we must begin the journey to Mugi Cove now. It is difficult to find and dangerous even in peacetime, but they say a group of smugglers have found a way past the Mongol ships. Let's take the chance to receive this before the new year. Hurry to us.
「ここを通って茶畑の方へ。
調べてみよう。
Can I see anything better in this? It's my horse.
「酒井様、見つけました。
沼の方へ行ったか。よし。
What do you mean you found it? I found it. say you
方針とは
found.
長い付き合いのようだな。
争わぬようにと兄を諌めてくれました。
兄は狼藉者か？
いえ、でも怖いもの知らずでした。幼い頃、私はよくからかわれておりまして。
大昔の話のようだな。
それはもう大昔。ある時、袋詰めにされ木へ吊るされそうになったところを、兄が鬼のふりをして皆を追い払いました。おかげでそれっきり。
大した男ではないか。
方針曰く、僧兵は怒りに駆られていると。ですが私のなぎなたは少ない犠牲で多くを救うもの。そこに怒りはありません。
Ochi and the warrior monks. Mother, today, a group of monks from Cedar Temple. They are on the way to Akashima village to help our healers there. One in charge is called Hochi, a famous healer in the north, but a strange man. A group of peasant fighters saved him from bandits, and this Hochi proceeded to lecture them on the sin of violence. At any rate, look for the monks' arrival. They have not already reached you. Perhaps one of them can help Uncle's injuries. We're halfway to King. When we arrive safely at Sister's house, I'll send word, Ichiro. That is a interesting looking... Oh, it's a ladder made out of wood. Interesting. I wish you could have a light source, like, you know, stick on fire. Why can I not think of what it's called? Torch. There we go. Torch would be useful. They used to have lanterns back in the day too. I think they were more they were more used in cities and stuff, but some form of lantern would have been nice.
いました。
お主は残れ。ソーラが捕まらぬようにな。
Oh shit, there was one. Are they gonna break up and move, or look like they're holding in two groups?
тэд энэс мултарч чадахгүй. Энд тэр самурай бололтой. Алдаа тэрнийг. Ямар нэг юм харав уу? Юм алгаа. Уцээ. Ямар тааш бэлэн байгаараа дараа мултарч чадахгүй.
So I gotta make sure they're all dead. There's no one doing anything now. Stop your whining.
お前も人だろう。ここです。
待たせてしまったな。
They're not warriors.
方針はおるか。
方針？いいえ。ですが取り逃した僧を猛虎が追っております。じきに戻りましょう。
酒井様、猛虎が来ます。
ノリオ、生きていたか。
お主ら、下がっておれ。
What the fuck?
皆無事か。
怪我人はおりません。
方針は
他の猛虎が連れて行った。無理を。奴ら方針のことや杉寺の名を知っていたぞ。
酒井様、なぜ方針だけは別に。
腕利きのクス氏ゆえに使い出があるのだろう。
口さかしいからかも。
猛虎を怒らせたと。
方針ならばありえます。
そう答えをせくな。まず行き先を突き止めねば。
では私が調べておきましょ
う。赤島の村で会おう。あまり気をもむな。
I thought he said the other ones were warrior monks as well. guess they were pillars. Another defense charm. 2 silk. Oh, hold up. Where you going, bird? That way?
流銀の矢へ石川先生がおるはずだが。
Okay. Cool. This isn't.
おらぬか。誰か見たやもしれぬな。
We don't want to do this one yet, though. Is that a cricket? That was a cricket cage. Holy crap. Holy crap. Hello. Hello. Where are we exactly? Oh, this is the... So I'm guessing this wasn't always swamp or marshland.
Sakai-sama.
乗りを。
皆方針を案じていますが、たまには気を休めないと。
ああ、楽しんでおるようだな。
昔の私のようです。
菰田の戦の後、俺も変わってしまった。
地獄でしたか。
菰田か。ああ。皆討ち死に、浜は血を吸って真っ赤に染まり、まるで泥の沼。この世の景色ではない。
我らは南へ向かい、日が暮れて、ひどい嵐で立ち往生に。ある村で休んでいましたが、悲鳴で起きると母屋が燃えていた。猛虎の仕業でした。縛られて金田へ運ばれ、その後は討ち死にの方がマシだ。方針の所在が分かりました。
すぐに立つか。
はい。
I feel like the moment them talking about, like, they could talk about those moments could definitely do with, like, they sometimes when you talk about horrible things, like doing it in silence without the emotional music would actually be stronger, because the silence around you is kind of.
酒井様、この戦を終えたらどうなさいます？いつか故郷の近江に戻り再興するつもりだ。私にもそんな気力があれば。これまでの人生、道は明らかでした。悟りの境地を目指し、仏に仕える。それでよかったのです。なら続ければいいだろう。入門したのは兄がいたからです。これからもずっと兄と共に修行してゆくものだと思っていました。こんなことになるとは。
Interesting. I didn't think monks could have wives, but I guess there are different types of monks. Interesting.
全てを奪われたわけではない。いつか猛虎は消えるが、お主の人生は続く。もう私の人生ではありません。死んでいった兄や仲間の供養をせねば、酒井様も菰田で死んだ者の命を背負っているのでは。そうだな。死んだ者の分まで生きねば。ですがたやすくはありません。そうかもしれん。猛虎襲来前の人生が遠い昔のように思えます。人事のように。20年も経てば今日のこともそう思える。酒井様、方針は暴力を嫌うとお伝えしましたよね。僧兵を非難しておるそうだな。奴は武具すら嫌います。太刀も薙刀も。助け出したら何を好むのか教えてもらおう。
You can lecture me all he wants. Safe back at the camp.
万兵です。倒しましょう。まず野営を見渡したい。あの蔵はどうでしょう。よし、行くぞ。
How many flowers have we gotten? Look at that, 47 already. I think I'm gonna need arrows. I only got 9. See if there's anything in the attic. Already have full black powder bombs. Alright, give me what I need. Arrows.
方針を見つけましょう。誰か囚われておるな。きっと方針です。俺ならば兵に見つからずたどり着ける。猛虎ののろし術。のろしを上げて注意を引きましょう。その隙に救い出す。方針を助けたらあそこで会おう。私が遅れても気にせずに必ず方針を村まで届けてください。生きて明石までお会いしましょう。のろしが上がったら方針を救う。御仏のご加護がありますように。
Hoi! Arvo! Yue! Yagium Harsina! Yue! Huge wish wedge. Timbo Diafo. It's it to talk with you.
What the fuck? That was weird. I didn't realize they were all gonna go running as soon as I got near. That was, interesting. I probably could have taken the camp out.
あなたはどなたです？仲間だ。逃げるぞ。できません。猛虎が杉寺に連れて行ってくれます。あそこの人々を急ぎ治療しなくては。無駄口は聞かぬ。いけません。私は残らねば。酒井様、方針。ノリオ、なぜここにおる？近くの猛虎がのろしに気づいた。向かってきます。そうか。方針下がれ。我らが守る。ノリオ、頼むぞ。
Shit. Fuck off. No! I don't care! Go away. I don't... Stop telling me what to do. Go away. What the fuck is up with this? Whoever said we are going to force you to do as we tell you? Fuck off, game. Just fuck off. I'll play how I fucking want to play. Jesus Christ. There is no fucking way to turn this shit off. The fuck is this? Just fuck off. That is really pissing me off. Don't ever do that, game creators. Like, don't. Like, that makes me want to fucking punch you in the fucking face. Even worse, it makes me want to stop fucking playing your game. Like, you had me all up in, like, arms about how much I love this game, and then you put that shit in there. Let's fucking force the game to stop and try and force you to play, like, just, like, stick it in your face. Do fucking this. It's like Jesus Christ. Like, imagine every time you didn't do exactly what they wanted you to do, it would say, like, the fucking tutorial, the beginning game tutorial would pop up. And I want to turn off help. I want to turn off, why is there no setting to turn off game hints or game tutorials or game help or something? That should be a fucking setting. Jesus Christ, game. Like, fuck off. Don't fucking do that. Like, this would fucking, like, this is gonna, oh. Like, I was like, this is a game, like, I don't, like, they've done everything. Like, I was like, I was so over the moon. Like, they've done, like, everything, like, everything feels right. Of course, the only thing is, like, of course, they make the button, the pickup button, the interact button, everything, right, is the same button. So, like, you're trying to hit R2 to pick something up, and instead you get on your horse, and you try to do something else, and of course you pick something up or some shit like that. That's the same thing they do in every game. I can't figure out why they can't figure out the use or pick up button to be its own button, or somehow figure out so it's not the same button as the fucking interact button. They always make it the same fucking button. That seems like something that, like, video game developers have not figured out on console. Like, it's like they're fucking brain dead about it. It's like they need a bajillion keys on keyboard to, like, figure out how to not make it the same button. So I was, like, over the moon talking about how, like, good this game is how, like, it's so, like, somehow it is, like, it does everything that every other game can't fucking figure out how to, like, do. And then all of a sudden they, like, fucking do this every single time. Every single time I'm fighting an enemy and I'm not in the right stance, it fucking puts this fucking huge ass pop-up, stops the gameplay, and won't let me get rid of it until I do what it tells me to do. Don't you fucking tell me what the fuck to do. If I want to sit there and play it the fucking wrong way, then I can fucking do that. It's my fucking choice, you dick. Like, that is the sign, like, you know whoever fucking made this game is a fucking, like, controlling asshole. He's like, we are gonna put a fucking pop-up every fucking time and tell them, you're gonna fucking do it this way. And no fucking way to turn it off. That person can suck dick. Fucking infuriating. Like, seriously, they've done all this good stuff in making this game and making this amazing game, and then, like, we're just gonna fucking make this the most annoying fucking thing in the world. And, like, Don't get me wrong, other games put pop-up hints or tutorials and shit, but they put a fucking thing. What do you turn off tooltips, hints, and tutorials? There's a fucking option to do it. There's no fucking option to do it here. It will keep fucking doing it over and over and over. If you're using the wrong stance, it will fucking make you do it. It's like, no, you have to fucking switch to this stance, or we're gonna fucking stay on this screen forever. You can fuck right off. It doesn't know what I'm doing. The game thinks it knows best. The director thinks they know best. Maybe there's a big ass enemy right behind them, and I can just fucking brute force this small enemy and get to the one behind him. Maybe I can just block. Maybe I can just fucking. Maybe it was an accident, and I want to stay in this stance, and I didn't mean to attack. I was waiting for him to, like, I accidentally attacked, and I need to wait for him to attack and deflect and parry him, and then I'll just count, and then I'll just kill him that way, because I have enemy right, like a couple enemies right behind him I need to deal with that it's the right stance for. And it's not like I said, it's not like Neo where changing like from low stance and high stance and medium stance is like super swift and you can do it in the midst of a combo. Like you have to like just fuck off. Don't fucking tell me what to do. If I can go through the game doing it this way and still beat the game, then I can fucking do what I want. I don't care if it's, well, that's the wrong way to play. I don't give a fuck. If it's the way I want to play, I'll play that way. And don't you, as a fucking game director, dare tell or try and force me to do otherwise. And what fucking retard thought this was a good idea should be fucking fired and never work on video games again. I'm sick and tired of idiots. I am sick and tired of idiots that work like this. That put this shit in video games, that put this shit on computers, and like try to force you to do shit. All of them need to be fired. They never get to work again, and they need to fucking be just homeless. For the rest of the fucking game, I am now going to fight in the wrong fucking stance. If I want to, I should be able to do the exact opposite of what the fucking game tells me to do. Like, if it tells me to use melee the entire time, I should just, I'll just fucking use archery or some shit. If it tells me to run the entire game, and if I can walk the entire game, you know, if it tells me to ride my horse, but I'm able to walk and still get the objective done, then fucking, I'm gonna fucking do it. But it's like, no! But if the game were to stop and say, get on your fucking horse, like, then, like, that's because they're a compulsive, like, they're compulsively controlling. And that you fucking know that's what this, like, whoever the fucking game developer is, the designer, the lead designer, whatever game developer decided to put that in there, is a fucking controlling asshole. And probably no one likes you. God damn. Fucking tell me what to do. Fucking shove a kunai up your ass. That's what I've... fuck? Did it really reset? I just want to fucking shoot the people. Oh, wait. What was that? Wait, wait. Let's display. Why is there not tooltips, hints, all that shit? Turn that shit off. Why is there no option for that? You imagine like a pro player of the game knows how to play the game, like literally like a speedrunner, right? Like imagine a speedrunner, like they're gonna have to go in and hack the game and get rid of that shit. Like they will have to hack the fucking game to get rid of it. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's something about only using one stance or something, I don't know. And the game like fucking trying to tell you to use another fucking stance or something. Like just like I'm so infuriated. I kind of like I don't know why I'm so furious, but at the same time like it's so stupid. It is just on the same side it's so stupid. Like like it's like you have this amazing, delicious 4-star Michelin dinner. Like like you take a bite, it is so delicious. It is just so delicious. And then someone took this tiny little turd, this tiny little like, you know, like a rabbit turd, like just you know like how they're like little pellets, right? They just took it. They just took it and they put it right there, right on the best part of the meal. They just took it and they just kind of just dropped it on there. They just came over. Oh yes, we forgot one thing, sir, and just bloop. There you go. Enjoy your meal, and fucking walked off. And then, oh no, then they said, you're going to eat it. All of it. And you're going to like it. I would take the fucking steak knife and just shove it down their throat. And I'd say, enjoy that. That's what it feels like they're doing to me. It's like, don't. It's an insult to your...
私だけだ。すまない。助けになればと思ったのだが、猛虎は私を探していた。皆を救うため従ったのだ。どうして所在を知られた？それは私にもわからぬ。だが杉寺に戻るよう脅された。治療のため。敵の傷を癒すつもりなのか？苦しみに敵味方があるのでしょうか？敵によるな。もしかして杉寺は落ちたのか？どうだろうか。ノリオ、遠兵が来る前に方針と村に戻れ。猛虎が来たら俺も一緒に手立てを練ろう。
3 actions, 3 illusions. Yeah, and in that case, yeah, And that's another thing. The stances, they're giving you an right there. They're giving an illusion of choice. You know? They're giving, yeah, so they're giving you an illusion of choice. It's not that, it's not even like, instead they're saying you have to do this. In a normal game, they would give you these strings, and the best option would be to switch to the stance that works, that gives you the most, it gives you the most positive against that thing, right? So against a spearman, or a shieldman, I would switch to the way of water. The way of stone, I would switch to, when I see a swordsman, I'd switch to the way of stone. I can't remember the other ones. The way of moon, I would go get the big guys. It would be the way of moon. I can't remember the top one, the triangle one, stance. But that's for spearmen. But if I don't, I'm gonna be negatively affected. And I got to remember to do it. I got to remember to watch my stances, and I got to remember to deflect. And the thing is maybe I'm surrounded. So say I have, say, 3 shieldmen and a spearman. The best thing to do is to face off against a spearman, or fight the shieldman, right, in the way of the water, in the way of water stance, and wait until a spearman attacks me with a parryable attack, parry his attack that makes him open, and then attack him. And then once he's parried, he's now open for an attack, and attack him. So you don't need to worry about stagger anymore. So you stay in the way of water, use that, and stagger, and continue to fight against the shieldmen, and use that stagger bonus against them since you have more enemies. But as soon as you start to fight the spearmen, it's going to say, no, you need to switch to the triangle stance. Like, a normal game would not do that. It would say, we have taught you the ways, now use them when you think appropriate. Okay? In this case, it says, we've told you the ways, now if you don't do them, we're going to say them again, and then we're going to force you to switch to them, and we won't let you leave the screen until you do. Because I couldn't hit X. I couldn't hit X. Maybe if I change, what was it, display? A hint screen? Hint screens persist until X is pressed. Maybe that next time will pop up. Last time it said it displayed for a time. It'll say, the other one is it'll be displayed for a time. I don't know if they count as a hint screen. It might be its own unique screen or something. It's considered its own unique screen. But the fact that you cannot turn those off is an insult to your players. It is an insult. And trust me, it's not like it's not some super new, unique way. Like Neo, like I can think of at least 2 other games. I can't remember what the other name of the game's called. Some other fighting game that has like 3 stances. Now I don't know if they're unnecessary, but this isn't necessary either. I can fight in the stone, like you start off with just stone stance. And I can stay in the stone stance and I can fight any enemy. I just dodge their attacks and hit them back. I parry the attacks that I can parry, right? I parry those attacks. Now I've unlocked some of them, like some of the attacks are, like there's still attacks that are unparryable, but I parry the ones that I can, okay, dodge the ones I can't, and then when that happens, their backs are turned, they're opened up for, they're defenseless for a moment, and I can get an attack in. So, it just makes it easier with using heavy attacks and the stance to stagger them. So, yeah. I think it's an extremely bad way to do it. It very negatively affects the game. It very pisses me off, and it very negatively affects me. And if I were to do a review with this, I would have so far been given this like a 9 out of 10. It would easily grade it down a whole point, maybe depending if how far is so far, it has popped up 3 times so far, I think. For the rest of the game, how more it continues to. Why is it? I did it reset the damn thing. So it has a reset button for fucking tooltips and hints, but it doesn't have a way to just fucking turn off hints, tooltips, and all the other stuff. That's so stupid. Right then there, it's an insult to your players saying, what we have to tell you is important, and you cannot get rid of it. You can't get rid of us. It really is, because otherwise it would be, well, like, obviously, you know, if you don't want... Because what about a second playthrough? That's the first thing is, oh, second playthrough, people are going to know what to do. They don't have to go through all this again. We'll just have them turn it off. They have an option to turn it off. I mean, you think first playthrough, they might want to know what it is, right? But if a second playthrough, or if they played the game before, or something, right? They don't even think of that. They're always going to make you see it. They're always going to make you, they're going to make anybody, or some people just don't even want the tooltips. Some people actually like to learn the game and experience the game just by playing it and trying out stuff, not being told things. But it's a very narcissistic kind of development of saying, now, the only other option, and I'll give them a little credence, is maybe they think a certain thing is difficult, but then you can just have the option to turn them on or off. It's that simple. That's what I'm saying is so far they have done every other thing. Every other kind of dumb thing other video games do so far, they have seemed to not do. And they seem to do better, and they seem to kind of improve on, or they seem to like kind of do well. You know, the mask. I like the mask thing. Like, obviously, like Mass Effect. For some reason, it took them until Mass Effect 3 to have the option to turn your mask off during conversations. For some reason, during the remaster, they couldn't even go back and have that option in Mass Effect 1 and 2. It would have been super simple to have that. I don't know why they couldn't do it, but they could mold Ashley's face onto her model in Mass Effect 1 and 2. Okay, but anyway, you know, they could do stuff like that. They couldn't, so but then all of a sudden they come up with something completely new, or something that people don't do. Like every game lets you, almost every game lets you turn off hints and hints and stuff, hints or instructions or whatever, right? They let you get rid of them. Most games, and a lot of games even let you skip their like learning section a lot of the time. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes, you know, just depends on the game. A lot of them do. They let you skip it. But a lot of them let you turn off hints and tooltips. And the fact that almost every game allows you to do that, and then they're just like, no, you have not only do you not get to turn it off, you have to read them or watch them, and then some of them you are forced to do what they say on screen, and if you don't, it's going to stay there. Like, that is just inconceivable to me. So like I said, like, it's an illusion that you don't get to play the way you want once they tell you you have to do it, otherwise they are not going to allow you to they're not going to allow you to play the game. Why? And then they have this legendary edition. They have this director's cut. Why is this not something fixed in the director's cut? There's no, like, I can understand maybe they tried something in the base game, but this is something that should have been fixed or changed in the director's cut. At least you should have had the option to get rid of them. Like, on easier difficulties, it should have been there, right? Because somebody might have been having a hard time. And then, like, it really makes me just... I'm such a contrarian, it makes me just not want to play in the right stance anymore. fuck? The fuck was that? I've never seen that before. That was cool. It was like a gun on the end of a club. It was like a big boomstick. See, they do some really cool stuff, and then they fucking do the shit. But like I said, it's a fucking director's cut. This is something that should have been obviously changed in there. The option to turn it off, obviously on easier difficulties. I understand it being there because it's an easier difficulty would seem for a newer or a player that is having a hard time. So, but then still, the option to turn these things off would not just make sense. It would seem to be a requirement to be in the game. It's like, have you not played games before? Almost all games. And those games that don't are pretty dumb. Like, they're stupid people making those games that haven't put them in. So, I still, like, my brain can't, like I said, my brain can't wrap around it. And then you have the director's cut, which is just like what you would call like a whatever. I've never heard of director's cut. It's just a Game of the Year edition or whatever. It's got all the content, right? It's a Game of the Year edition or whatever. But at the same time, I don't know if they change some stuff around at all or not, or fix some stuff, because that's what you would, I guess, you would consider would be a director's cut. Would be like a director's cut of a movie. Like you actually edit things different or change some things around. I don't know if that's where the Kurosawa, like maybe something like the Kurosawa mode came from. I don't know if it was originally there or not. But like I said, that's what my point. That's my point is. You would look at the game for something like this, for this scenario, and you would be like, what are all the issues you need to fix? And this would be one of them. And the reason I'm talking about it so much is because my brain cannot comprehend how it hasn't been fixed, changed, whatever. Even a fucking update to this point. Like, I do a review of this game, and I would harp on this. Harping on it now, but I would harp on it for fucking... Like, it'd be... not like a huge chunk, but I would... Like I said, it would easily drop at a point, and if it continues to do it throughout the game and interrupt my game and try to force me... Like I said... I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep harping on this. It gives an illusion of choice. You want to play this way, but every time you try to play a certain way, and it says, no, you're playing the wrong way, it's going to fucking interrupt your gameplay, it's going to pause the game, it's going to tell you, it's going to not just tell you, it's going to force you to switch to another stance, otherwise it's going to keep the game paused. That makes no sense. I can't think of another game that does that, and I don't know what kind of like game design philosophy, like what that's such a retarded game design philosophy. That's no other way. Like, is it, the actual definition? Like, it's actually retarded. I think it's actually going backwards in game design philosophy. It's making it go backwards. So it's stunting player, like game design that stunts player choice, especially even just basic gameplay. Like, if I cannot choose to go from this form to this fight in this form or this form when I want to, and it's going to force me to do one or the other. When the game says I can choose which stance I want to fight in, though I might be negatively affected if I choose one or the other in certain situations, but then it forces me to go to the other and won't allow it, and will stop the entire game until I do. But it says otherwise, it says I have a choice. I don't actually have a choice. So that's actually retarding game design. Like, it's yeah. It has stunted the, like, I just, like I said, like, I don't understand how stuff like this actually passes. It, and again, I can kind of see why you might have it in there, but without the option, with the option to turn it off. Like, it's obviously automatically turned on when you go into... Okay, so I've already been here and collected the thing. What else? Oh, so it didn't care about the artifact. It wanted the thing upstairs. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, like I said, the thing, you know, on a lower difficulty, why it's there turned on automatically, but on a medium or higher difficulty, it's not there turned on automatically, because the point of a lower difficulty is, you know, thinking someone is either having a hard time or doesn't know how to play the game. So the instructions would seem meaningful, or useful, or poignant. But there should always be the option to turn them off. And then obviously on a harder difficulty, maybe show them one time as the mandatory, but obviously don't force them. Have it be a click through, and then turn them off after that, like I said. And then also you can just overall have a tooltip that just is turned off. You know, you could just turn tooltip, just have a section that just automatically turns off tooltips. It feels like... Nope. I need to get up there. How do I get up there? I just had to get that out. I don't know why. I do know why. It was cathartic. I don't understand why video game, like, there are things in video games that, like, they go through development for how long, and they somehow still miss these things. My brain doesn't understand. Like, I can understand not missing something if you have a relatively constrained amount of time. But unless, like, this kind of stuff was put in much later in the game and they only went over it so much. But then you would I mean, don't you have Q&A? Q&A, is that right? No, quality and insurance. Q&I? Quality assurance. Yeah, Q&A. Quality assurance. Yeah, quality assurance. QA testing. Right? So has someone not played through the game all the way? Feels like there should be somewhere to hook onto. See this? I don't know what... It feels like the hook thing should not just be the R2. I don't know, it always just... Is there not enough buttons in this game or something? What's the left bumper? Left bumper is block, right? That's arrow. Like, right bumper, right stick. You could have had it so when you jumped, you could have clicked right stick to do it for the hook. But it's just weird. Like oh, there it is. I was looking for somewhere. That did not look like. Okay, so this little white handkerchief's hanging down apparently. Interesting. Good to know. point is constantly trying to use the hook brings up the all that stuff on the screen. It just feels like it's used for too much stuff. And I know it's got to be used for the controller, but it feels like something. It feels like maybe you could have had it be an equipable item instead. If you had it an equipable item, then you wouldn't have to have the stuff come up on screen or something. I don't know. Just like you have the, you have the hand equip stuff. If you had an equipable item, you could then hit left trigger instead. You'd hit left trigger instead, and then it'd be like launching drawing the arrow. Yeah. And it wouldn't constantly be bringing that crap up on screen. It just feels weird. It just looks weird too that you're constantly bringing that crap up on screen. But I guess it's only if you're like testing, because I guess it doesn't come up on screen unless you're missing. But still, that's my whole point. Healers had been cherished by the healers of Akashima. Yeah, unfortunately, these headbands feel like a second thought. There's a whole bunch of headbands. A lot of them look kind of interesting and decent. Unfortunately, most of the time you're not going to wear a headband over the other stuff. But there's just a lot of headbands too. Like, I won't lie. I would have preferred other stuff. Like, why didn't you give us more masks? Or some other combination of things. And like I said, if you were allowed to wear headbands along with underneath like certain hats, then it would make sense. Where is he? What's his name? It starts with an N. No. It is Norio. I thought it was weird. I was thinking like Oreo. Like, did you move all the way from the temple? I think we're gonna do the traveler's armor. So we got enough silk finally. Control will vibrate within 60 meters of an artifact. Nice. Like I said, if they weren't going to do the mask, like the headpieces, obviously, the headpieces look cool. Why not give the headbands like some sort of attribute? I could have thought of something so that they could have been more appealing. Where is he? Right here. He's right there.
Sakai-sama.
どうしたのだ。
近くに猛虎が集まり、戦の支度を。
金田の木に逃げるべきです。
逃げたとて猛虎に追われるだけだ。城に着くまでに一人残らず死ぬぞ。
ですが、殺傷はできません。
村の者がそれに納得するか見ものだな。
ノリオ、どう思われるかよりも何が正しいかを重んじるのだ。かつては炎上の真似をし、今は堺様か。 己の頭を使え。
己ごときが兄の名を出すな。
やめよ。俺とノリオで戦えばよい。
お主らは隠れている。
お断りします。殺生はしませんが逃げもいたしません。
So you plan to die? Like what's the plan?
俺は村を回り、急ごしらえだが策を講じておく。村の者を集め隠れるように言え。
みんな自分の家族を連れてひとところに集まれ。
屋根から見渡せそうだ。
頼む、聞いてくれ。集まるんだ。家族も友も近所の者も連れてきてくれ。
Only have 5 arrows. Shit.
よく見渡せる。
こっちだ。
壁はない。どこからでも攻め込まれるな。
ここに集まってくれ。
湿地へ逃げればはぐれる者が多く出るだろう。いい餌食だ。寺か。隠れ家にいいな。あれは香炉か。中の灰に火薬を混ぜ濃い煙を起こせば姿を隠せる。村の者はノリオラに任せ、俺は猛虎と戦おう。おとりになれば時を稼げる。
Really? They'll blame you, not the villagers? I don't believe that.
酒井様、集まりました。
Why wouldn't they blame the villagers?
皆を連れて寺へ。
私も戦います。
もし寺が襲われたら誰が民を守る。
承知しました。
覚悟はしておけ。方針と互いに助け合うのだぞ。
みんな猛虎がつく前に寺まで行こう。敵はお侍様が倒してくださる。
皆さんどうかノリオの申す通りに寺に身を隠すのです。
There was definitely more people in the village.
足を止めるいとまはないぞ。
一人も置き去りにすることなく皆をお連れください。
早く寺へ急ぐんだ。
Oh, gotcha. Wait until the Mongols arrive. See, that's a good thing to put there. Wait until the Mongols arrive to light it. Okay, why not there?
.村外れで待ち構えておくか。
Wait, am I... We need to switch to our Ronin gear. That's how we roll. Oh, now we look cool. Where are we going? That way. Now it says light the candles. I'm assuming I can't light them with fire arrows. I wish I could. I don't know yet.
蔵に隠れるか。来たな。香炉に火をつけるとするか。煙はお気に召すかな。
밴딩이 못했어. 역시 tos세. 밴다. Terén heftes байгаа. Аваад тэр зүгээр ор.
So they're not explosive.
Sumuda, sondasan volkopçil. Süper havas nefstersen. Der Mumbai-Startler.
Oh, that was dumb. I'm trying out different things here, that's all. I have to do this sneaky, I'm just checking things out here.
Tendvan, Archie.ノリオラのところへ行くか。
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
노리오!これは何事だ。
猛虎に襲われ後ろを取られた時に方針が身を投げ出して矢を受けて。
お主らは波の武士より勇ましい。
叫び声を聞くまで方針がいたことに気づかず、振り返った時にはすでに死んでた。
己を責めるな。よいな。
土牢の覆いが外されるたびに仲間が殺された。ある時、酒の匂いをさせた兵が来て、私の手を掴んで引っ張ったら、兄がそいつに飛びかかったんです。飢えていて怪我に苦しみながら私を守ろうと。
ノリオ、もう良いぞ。
いえ、お聞きください。私は残され、奴らは兄を引きずっていった。杉寺から南へ火星に行った僧は皆死んだ。私を置いてみんな立派な僧です。私が死ねばよかったんだ。
同じことを考えてきた。何度もだ。なぜ俺たちなのかはわからん。だがな、島の民を救えるのは我らのみ。赤島の民を生かしたのはお主らだ。忘れるな。民は忘れん。
I like that one. They do stuff, stupid stuff like the have to push these buttons things, these prompts, and won't turn off the hints, or not even that, you know, but have to play this way. You have to push these buttons and stuff, and then they do really good storytelling like that. Like how they've along with the missions with him, they've unraveled his story, like the survivor's guilt of I mean, it's very reminiscent of it's very the story is very reminiscent of kind of like stories of Vietnam, the cages, and how they would slowly take them out one at a time and force them to either fight each other or fight animals, or you know, they would just kill them or torture them or stuff like that until like there was just one left, a few left, or you know, and it'd be so the people who were left would have like they would afterwards they would or they would finally either escape from they would be traded back either for others, or they would be traded, or they would be set free because of the war, you know, because the war was over or something. So they were, you know, after the war was over, and they'd have this great survivor's guilt. But anyways, yeah. So like, it's weird. It's crazy. It's weird because like dumb game mechanic stuff like that can really hurt the game, I think. But then it's crazy how, since it's a video game, like you have to have, it has to, it's not just a book, like like the book, like a book needs paper, like the same thing with like a DVD, like a movie. Like the movie needs to work. Like it can't be like if it's scratched and you can only see the first half of the movie, then like it doesn't, like it ruins the movie because you can't see the whole movie. So it's the same thing with a video game. Like can't like like if you can't attack or if you just have it's a huge game and you can only walk and you can't run and it's going to take or like your horse doesn't work, right? You have the horse but you can only walk everywhere, so it's going to take you like 10 times as long to do the whole thing, or like it really hurts the game. So like there's certain things like that functionality, but the story is still all there, and you're like it just like that this story, the story of this that we just went through over that stupid thing, that stupid instructional thing that they put in here. It's like, yeah, how much that hurt it, it hurt it and stuff. But then like they brought me right back in. They brought me right back in with a story bit, and the two of them sitting there talking about it and like how he needed to talk about that. And I feel really bad for him. The only thing is I don't know if he's based on someone, but I wonder why they went with. Now he's a big guy. Don't get me wrong. Why they went with such a heavy, like a larger character model when I don't know how long they were supposed to have been in there. Maybe like. Now I guess it wasn't that long. I'll give you that. Like I don't know how long it was supposed to have been from the battle till when he freed his uncle, because yeah, because it couldn't have been that long. It could have been like maybe a couple weeks, or it might have been a couple weeks or something. But like it couldn't have been a month, or they couldn't have. Obviously, they wouldn't have. They said there was no food. They didn't feed him anything, so it could have only been days at most. So like what, 5, 6, maybe a week. Maybe if you're like you'd be surprised, but if you have water and stuff, the body could like not miraculously, but sometimes it can survive up to even a little bit longer than that without food. There's some people, and they're monks too, so they're used to maybe going on a very meager diet, so their bodies might be able to go into like starvation mode a lot easier. Because they eat a lot less. They might do a lot more fasting and stuff like that too. Eat portions of where they just don't eat. And he's, like I said, he's a pretty big dude, so his body could live off of stuff. But so I was thinking like obviously my brain was thinking like long term, like long term starvation. He wouldn't not nearly be as pudgy. But if it was only for like 5 days up to like a week and a half, then he would still have he still would have lost some weight, right? Maybe like 10, like anywhere up to 10 pounds probably of fatty meat, like fatty tissue and muscle and stuff easily. Maybe a little bit more, because his body would have just been eating away at itself. He probably would have been almost dead. They would have had to like help nurture him back up for several days, because his body wouldn't have been very unable. Like you'd be very exhausted and stuff like that. But so I guess it wouldn't be a big deal if he still kind of looked a little heavy. So that's not what I'm thinking. But he's a big boy. So, but yeah, I feel really bad for him. But that's what I'm saying. They pulled you right back in. I wish that we got to spend a little bit more time, like the two of them. Like I said, like earlier, that first scene of them there talking. Like I wish Sakai, is it Jin Sakai? Why do I always forget our guy's name? Yeah, Jin Sakai, Sakai. Yeah, I think it's Jin Sakai, because they say Lord Sakai, like they'll say Sakai-sama. Can I bow to him? Oop, do bow. Yeah, this area is quite pretty too.
シデラで助けがいるとノリオが申しておったな。
Temple in Curio. I think I will end it here today. We've been streaming for almost 13 hours, maybe more. 5 hours on Battlefield, 6 hours on Overwatch 2, and now 2 hours on this. And I am ready to go to bed. So, but yeah, we'll probably play more of this tomorrow. I'll probably stream a little bit less tomorrow than today. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how much that really annoyed me, that prompt and forcing me to do the game the way it wanted me to do it. But then the story just and the beauty of the game and stuff just kind of brought me right back into it in that moment. Like I really feel for him, poor guy. I wish we got a little bit more of Jin's side of the story, like how he felt and stuff. The actors, I feel like, have done a really good job in voicing their scenes and stuff. I know sometimes it's hard for people who don't like. I watch a lot of Japanese TV shows, like Korean TV shows, so it's easy for me to hear the inflections when they're talking and stuff. You know, like when you hear when someone's doing an emotional kind of speech, like, you know, when they're speaking, like when someone, like, I don't know, when you inflect at certain times to kind of like make it that emotional. Like sometimes if you inflect wrong, it sounds stupid or bad. But like when a really good actor does it, you know, when they deliver their lines really well, it sounds really good. So, but like, yeah, it sounds like they're delivering their lines really well. They like emotionally really well and stuff. So, so a lot of their lines and stuff, and like Shimura, Lord Shimura, his stout, like very, like the way he treats Yuna. I'm kind of worried about how that relationship's gonna go. First of all, I'm worried Lord Shimura is gonna get killed eventually. And then I'm worried about what's going to happen if we're going to have to either make a choice, or if our choosing to us still being us still fighting people as a ghost in any way, you know, assassinating people and stuff, will cause Lord Shimura to turn against us or something. So I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. If our friendship with Yuna will cause us any trouble. So, but I like that. Yeah, I like her too. I like Yuna. She's an interesting character. So, yeah, but we'll probably play some more of this tomorrow. We might try and play some more Battlefield. Well, tomorrow, it's today. What am I talking about? Today, I wake up, probably sleep for like 10 hours or more. After all the streaming, my eyes are going to be very tired. So I'm going to go head off to bed. I hope everybody has a happy new year, as it is now probably a new year for almost everybody. I think, yeah, America is probably near the last in the time zones. I think China's Asia is relatively in the, like, they're on the front side of the time zone. So, and then it goes Asia, Europe, and then Americas, I think. So, it is now 11 in the morning. So it is the new year, which is kind of crazy. It's 1/1/2023. So I hope your first day of the new year is great. I hope you have fun, or just relax, spend some time with family and friends, as it is after Christmas and all that. But, you know, but I just mean, you know, first day of the year, I hope you spend some time with those close with you. Just enjoy yourself, if you can, you know, if you do work today, then take a little time off afterwards. So, all right, have a good one. Bye bye now.